Buenas gente, sean bienvenidos a este siguiente capítulo de Genshin Impact. El día de hoy vamos a hacer la misión de Lisa. Ya es la última de las secundarias que quedan, para ver si ya en el siguiente entramos a la historia principal sí o sí. Antes de hablar con ella voy a echar un último vistazo si llega a ver algún libro que no he agarrado todavía, que no los he leído por cierto. Vale, acá hay uno. Pero es que como hay algunos logros que piden tener la colección entera de los libros. Acá hay otro que no había visto antes. Lisa tiene uno ahí metido. Sabes que no me puedo acercar porque se activa la misión, pero bueno, ya ahorita lo agarramos. Y diría yo que no hay más. No tiene pinta de que haya más. No. Pero bueno, vamos con esta misión que es de aventurero 15. Vamos con la gemela y Lisa a nivel 40. Con Amber y Kaya a nivel 20, que digo. Pero Kaya es el único que no tiene equipo al 20 de arma. Vale, no hay más libros. Ahora sí que sí, vamos.
If you're borrowing a book, please register it in the log. The restricted section is currently not lending any books. Oh, it's you, little cutie. It's so good to see you. More refreshing than a strong cup of tea in the afternoon.
Clearly you're meant to be working, but you don't seem to have your heart in it at all.
I mean, other than Jean, who really works that earnestly anyway?
Lo siento por Jean, siempre trabajando tanto.
So, did you have something you needed? Or did you just come to see me?
Realmente no estoy buscando nada, solo quería verte.
Ooh, smooth talker. No.
So, Miss Librarian, got any books to recommend?
Recommended books. Sadly, everything I'd personally recommend is all in the restricted section, which we're not currently lending out.
What's with your ominous tone?
Oh, right. Would you be interested in checking out the Devat travel guide? I think it would be quite helpful for you as travelers here.
Ooh, sounds like it could be helpful. Do you think we could take a peek?
I suppose I can try to find you a copy from the list.
Isn't this Lisa's job? What does she mean, I suppose?
Sí.
Oh dear, that's unfortunate. Our copy is currently being borrowed. That said, it is now overdue. Come to think of it, quite a few of our books are now overdue. I really wish people would just return their books on time.
Whoa, is Paimon imagining things, or does the air in here suddenly feel a lot more electrified?
Tengo la piel de gallina.
Such a pain. I'm going out to bring those unreturned books back. If you'd rather get your hands on that copy of the Tevat travel guide sooner, you'd better come with me.
Lisa seems really scary right now. Paimon thinks it would be best if you answer her.
Sí.
You really are such a considerate cutie. Let's see. First, we can go to the souvenir shop. It's called With Wind Comes Glory. So let's meet there shortly.
Vale, pues parece que esta misión va a ser de conocer nomás. No va a haber acción. Hala, mira, logras desbloquear. Ahora sí que sí, tengo todos los libros de la biblioteca.
Cutie, you're here. Let's begin, shall we?
Marjor, con respecto al libro que tomaste prestado.
Hello, Marjorie. Any
Marjorie.
exciting new items in stock?
Mejor, no sé cómo le dije. Qué lamentable.
Why so surprised? Today is such a special day. It's only natural that I'd want a souvenir to remember it by.
Entonces, ¿es como una cita?
Oh, is that how you see it?
Sí.
I suppose there's nothing wrong with that. At your age, these kinds of fleeting
Oh,
fantasies are
pero qué
normal.
frenzonada que me acaba de pegar, Dios santo.
Well, if it's a souvenir you're after, you're in the right place. I'm sure you'll find something that strikes your fancy, Lisa. Or you could let your new friend pick something out for you. Make it more of an occasion.
Yes, let pick.
Ok. Elige un regalo para Lisa. Los bombachos, pergamino viejo y rasgado. Pergamino viejo y rasgado.
This is a historical relic retrieved from some ruins by one of the Adventurers Guild. Sure, there's a bit of wear and tear, but this thing in the painting must be well over 1,000 years old.
My goodness. This is one of the 3 lost scrolls that make up the Northern Border Wind investigation. What is it doing here?
You sure? Can't change again once you've made your mind up.
Sí.
My. You clearly know a treasure when you see it. This is a work of unparalleled significance for the research of ancient people's understanding of the elements. I will gladly accept it.
No pasa nada. Es una especie de inversión. Después nos casaremos.
Goodness, is that the time? Marjorie, one last thing. About the legend of Vanessa.
Oh, so you're a fan of the gallant Lady Vanessa too? Why didn't you say so? I have all sorts of items I could recommend. For example, this lion's tooth pendant with Vanessa's name carved into it. It was once a medal awarded to a knight by the great lady herself.
Se refiere al libro que tomaste prestado.
Oh my goodness. I do apologize. I got so excited when you mentioned Vanessa. I didn't know that book was overdue, even though I take it with me everywhere. I can't believe I didn't put 2 and 2 together as soon as I saw you here. Here you go.
Well, since you look up to Lady Vanessa so very much, please be more punctual next time.
Yes, Lisa. I will be, Lisa.
Let's go and find the next overdue book.
Welcome to Good Hunter. Table for 2?
3!
Oh, my apologies. Please sit wherever you like, and call me over once you're ready to order.
So we're gonna eat first and bring up the book situation later?
Why, of course. The stress of work really takes the pleasure out of eating, don't you think?
Work is that bad, huh?
I guess I'll post an expedition at the Adventurers Guild.
Escoge un plato que le guste a Lisa.
Why don't you order us something, cutie? I'm ever so curious to know what your tastes are.
Pollo ahumado.
This seems like the sort of staple bar food you'd find at the tavern. It has an extremely strong flavor, so drinkers love it because they can actually taste it.
You sure? Can't change again once you've made your mind up.
A ver, déjame ver qué es la otra.
Why don't you... Good Hunter's signature dish. If it's what you want, I'll try anything once.
You sure? Can't...
No, tampoco. ¿Qué son las otras 2 opciones?
What?
No, vamos a ir con pollo.
This seems like the sort of staple bar...
You sure?
Sí.
Finished ordering?
Estos momentos son en los que me arrepiento de no haber escogido el personaje hombre, pero bueno.
Such a potent aroma. It's almost suffocating. I never thought someone your age would go for a dish like this. I always had you down as a little cutie. Now I'm not so sure.
Paimon's so full.
Time is getting on. I suppose I should carry on with this ghastly thing called work. Let's have a little chat with Sarah about her library book.
Would you like to order something else?
No, thank you. We're quite satisfied. But I'm afraid I must ask you about the boar princess.
The boar brisket? I'm sorry. I think we took that off the menu.
She means the book you borrowed.
Oh, of course. I came straight to the restaurant after I borrowed it and completely forgotten that I even had it. I'm so sorry, Lisa. I will bring it to the library myself as soon as I finish work.
Okay then. But make sure you don't forget this time. Right. On to our next stop then, cutie.
Yo pensé que le iba a gustar el pollo. Ya que.
This is our final call for the day.
Welcome. Couples are our specialty. Let me know what you'd like and I'll wrap them up nicely for you.
Yes. Now, which book was it that has the line, "A date without flowers is a date without romance"?
Ni idea, nunca antes había escuchado esa frase. Por casualidad le gustarían unas flores, señorita Lisa.
Why, it just so happens that I would, my kindest cutie.
Some flowers for Miss Lisa? What would you like?
Flor de neblina.
Mist flowers. Over there in the corner. But don't touch them with your bare hands. You'll get frostbite.
Ah,
You want them? You're sure? What an unusual choice. It's just that Lisa seems to use Electro quite a lot. Things could...
You sure? Can't change again once you've made your...
entonces no. Le van a estallar en la manito, ¿no?
Some flowers for me.
Diente de león.
Dandelions are one of our classics. And a personal favorite of Miss Flora. I know what you're thinking. Most flower shops don't sell dandelions. They're a nuisance to care for. Come to think of it, Miss Flora herself gives people the same impression.
You sure? Can't change again once you've made your...
Dandelions? They actually sell dandelions? They have a refreshing scent, similar to the one Jean wears.
¿Cómo?
Thank you.
¿Cómo? ¿Cómo?
Okay, time to
Dios.
get back to business. Donna, do you know why we're here?
Back to business? My business is selling flowers.
Once again, we see a total lack of respect for literature. The Pale Princess and the Six Pygmies. Ring a bell?
Oh, yes. Well, what happened was... Oh no, what am I gonna do?
¿Qué pasa?
I lost the book. A while back, I realized it was almost due, and I was getting ready to bring it back to the library, but I couldn't find it anywhere. I looked for days, but nothing. It's like somebody stole it. It should have been there, on my bedside table.
Uh-oh. That Lisa does some crazy things when she gets mad.
I heard that. Well, if it really was stolen, Donna's done nothing wrong. The blame lies with the book thief. And their punishment will be 10 times worse than stealing my book.
Like Paimon said, totally crazy.
¿Cómo encontramos un libro perdido?
Oh, don't worry about that. As long as I remain librarian, not a single book will go missing for good. I put a unique elemental marker on each book. Our thief will have left a nice set of clues for us to follow.
When did Lisa start taking her job so seriously? Paimon always thought she was a total slacker.
No digas eso a la waifu, por favor.
Hey, sweetie, I've heard your elemental sensitivity is very strong. Why not see what you can do?
Elemental sensity? Huh? Oh, Paimon's got it! Use your elemental sight to look for clues.
Sí. Buena deducción, Sherlock. Ahí, le di a lo que no era. Ahí está.
Looking at the elemental traces, it does seem likely that the book was stolen.
So Donna didn't do anything wrong after all.
It's not from the restricted section, so it's hardly a book worth stealing. Whoever wanted this book so badly had a strange fixation indeed.
So, what do we do now?
The elemental traces are very faint, but I can tell that the thief took it beyond the city walls. You must see it too, right, cutie? Let's follow the trail and have a look where our thief was headed, shall we?
Todo lo que tú quieres.
The elemental traces are strong here, but it seems our thief did not stay for long. The trail keeps going. Let's keep looking.
Vale.
It's further than I thought. Quite the intrepid explorer, our little thief.
Maybe we frightened the turtle back inside his shell.
¿Ahora hay que ir a dónde? Ah, por acá arriba, ¿no? Sí. Ah, me salió uno de estos eventos raros. Pero bueno, es simplemente coger y matar a todos y ya está. Vamos a matar a todos con un ataque de Lisa. Deberíamos. Bueno. Pero ya que más da. Evento completado. Bla 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 bla.
It must be nearby. Using elemental sight, you can even detect magic. Follow the flow of magic to find the book.
Supongo que ahora que venir por acá, ¿no? Ups, otra vez le di a lo que no era. ¿Pero esto me marca una orientación? Ah, sí.
The thief lives inside ruins? Mondstadt people do have some strange quirks.
Please do not jump to such a preposterous conclusion about the living habits of Mondstadt's residents. This seems far more likely to be the work of some none too friendly troublemakers.
¿El orden del abismo?
It's like you can read my mind. This is more likely to be the Abyss Order's doing. They do seem to have a way of slipping in and out of places like ghosts, after all. Also, there's an elemental seal at the entrance. It looks like the result of an Abyss mage's magic.
A seal? How are we gonna break it? Is this gonna turn into another huge ordeal?
Not to worry. If you think a little magic can keep me out, think again.
Why is that?
Come on.
Whoa! So this is what Lisa's like when she's hard at work.
Pero si ya lo habíamos visto antes. Este diálogo no tiene por qué estar acá.
It's so much bigger in here than Paimon thought. Do we really have to go all the way inside?
If you borrow a book, you have to return it. There will be no exceptions.
Esos rayos me matarán, ¿no? Digo yo. Hay un cofrecito abajo y se lo vamos a agarrar. Repotion. Trigo, nada del otro mundo. Están dando plumas ahí todas pendejas, la verdad. Pero bueno. Servirán para subirse algo de nivel, supongo. No sé, esto está siendo demasiado simple. A ver si al menos acá me hacen algo. Para ahí. Ahí está otra corriente. Perfecto. Ataca las anclas con electrosensor para recargarlas. Vale. Son estas de acá que tiene más sentido que sea estas y no las del otro lado. Ahí está. Vamos a esto de acá. Esta de acá es, ¿no? Esta de acá es. A ver si cargándola. Ahí está. ¿Por qué no me dejó? Ahí está. No sé qué onda con el hitbox del rayo, pero Dios santo. Hay veces que sí lo manda donde es, hay otras veces que no. Para el nivel 19, facilito. Vamos a juntarlos todos. Ahí está. Y no queda nadie. Aunque bueno, ahorita con Lisa lo hubiera matado también de una sola skill, ya que. Vale. Más slime mojados. A ver si se acercan y se unen, por favor. Ahí está, perfecto. ¡Pam! Vale, ahí está. No sé, a estas dungeons siento que les falta algo. No es que estén mal, pero... Derrota a todos los enemigos en 30 segundos. Vale. Ese creo que... ¿En serio? ¿Podrías por favor activarme la otra skill? ¡Ay, Dios santo! ¡Dejen de congelarme! A este hay que pegarle con Amber, sí o sí. Sí, corre, corre. Anda. Superconductor, bla 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 bla. Ahora ya está. Desafío completado. Tengo que matar a este. Vale. Easy peasy.
How did you find this place? It's so well hidden.
I have no interest in finding out where you little rascals hide yourselves away, but I do want my book back. Tell me, how is it that you have the time to conceal your stronghold and apply a magic seal, but not to sign out a library book in the proper manner? You have no respect whatsoever for other people's work.
You just want the book?
Sí.
I was unaware that anyone in Mondstadt was concerned with unearthing the secret hidden inside this book. Who are you?
The librarian, although I believe that should be quite clear already. Return the book. This is an ultimatum.
Since you insist on concealing your identity, I have all the less reason to give you that book. After all, it contains the secret. Huh? What are you doing? Such concentrated elemental power!
¡Qué fuerte!
Naughty boys who don't do what they're told need a little punishment to keep them in line.
Ni siquiera lo dejaste terminar de hablar.
This is why I call it troublesome work. We'll just need to find the book ourselves. It should be around here somewhere.
Hasta el cofre.
It's the Pale Princess and the Six Pygmies. Paimon remembers that name. Is this the one you were looking for?
That's the one. It's a good thing it isn't damaged. Otherwise...
Otherwise what? Are you telling me you have even more crazy punishments up your sleeve?
I would have probably have needed to dish out a little taste of one of my potions
Ah, no,
in that
bueno.
case. Then again, as I said, it isn't from the restricted section, which is the only reason I would let the average citizen borrow it in the first place. And it doesn't appear to have any abnormal elemental properties, save for the markings I put on it.
Yeah, it seems like just an average storybook.
Todo esto me parece muy misterioso.
As far as my duties as a librarian go, my troublesome work is finished. Since this book has piqued your interest, why don't I let you borrow it?
Por favor, no me castigues si lo devuelvo tarde.
There's no time limit for you. I will register you as custodian rather than borrower.
Oh.
This is an exclusive privilege reserved for trusted citizens only.
Exclusive privilege? Why does Paimon feel this is just your sneaky way
Paimon,
of
que te va a
offloading
reventar con un
troublesome
rayo.
work onto someone else?
Te va a reventar con un rayo donde sigas así.
Excuse me, are you in some way dissatisfied with my work?
Atesorar este libro como mi propia vida.
Good. You're amenable to reason then. I do wish I could keep you by my side as my personal assistant.
Mejor dame otra cita y te llevo a comer a un lugar mejor.
My work here is done. I'm going back. Don't forget to register at the library when you have a spare moment.
Sí, 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 sí. Ay, Dios mío, esta misión. La primera parte de no sé qué. A ver.
You've returned. The paperwork is done. You are now the custodian of this book.
Gracias.
Thank you, Miss Lisa. But Paimon thinks we're forgetting something.
La guía de viaje de Teyvat.
Look, over there on the shelf. Isn't that the Teyvat travel guide? And look how many copies there are.
The Teyvat Travel Guide is a serial publication. It is not part of the library's formal collection.
Oh.
Take one. Consider it your compensation for being Lisa's little helper today. With you by my side, my troublesome work was a little less dull than usual.
No me importa. Siempre estoy para ti.
The Teyvat travel guide was just bait to get us to do a day's work.
I hadn't anticipated that a few routine returns inquiries would take us out of the city, let alone down into some underground ruins. As compensation for dragging you into all this bother, take these souvenirs.
Wow! Lisa went and bought us some special souvenirs.
In fact, they were intended for our next outing. But
Oh,
never mind. We can discuss next time's activity when the time comes. I hope you are looking
la
forward
hice,
to it.
la hice, lo logré, lo logré. Ah. Y ya está, ¿no? Ah, no, toma la guía, todavía falta. Pues ya está. Acto 1, el ratón de Casperichin, disponible hasta el 26. ¿Vas a aumentar tu rango de aventura? Sí. Otra vez me pone el mismo tutorial de... ¡Ay, Dios santo! Vale, pues nada, gente, lo iré dejando por acá. Misión cortita, misión de esto, bueno. Realmente no sé si dejarlo así. Tenemos gachapón para gastar, a ver. Tenemos 15. Y acá tenemos 1. Che. ¿Cuántos minutos hay de capítulo? Como unos 15, ¿no? Bueno, vamos a tirar 10 gachapón de los del tipo este, de la lírica de 20. Tengo que anotar es... El sitio en el que cae... Vale, ya traje mi libretita para anotar en qué sitio cae el personaje, si es que llega a caer. Y nada, vamos a darle. Pedir 10 deseos. Vamos, vamos. ¿Un doradito? ¿Un doradito? No. Bueno, al menos con que sea un personaje, yo me voy contento. Vale. 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 Nada, nada. 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 Un tipo que no tengo ni idea de quién es. Así de simple. Pero bueno, se me olvidó contarlos. El sitio en el que cae. Ah, vale, en el último lugar. O sea que podemos tirar otra de ellas tranquilamente. Ok. Pues nada, gente, lo iremos dejando entonces, ahora sí que sí. Ya compraré más gachapons por si en el siguiente también resulta corta y ya. Así que nada, espero que les haya gustado y nos vemos en el siguiente. Chao, chao.